Hi, and thank you so much for joining us today for our regular South Bay market updates. I'm Larissa Rubijevsky with Remax Palace Verdes.
And I'm Mike Bjork with First Cal Mortgage.
Thanks again. We are delighted to see you again with us. And again, we're here not to sell something, we're here to educate. And we're not professional speakers.
No, we're not. Far from it.
So bear with us. We just want to make sure that we're here to help. Now, today we're going to have a conversation about some mistakes that the buyers commonly do in this market. Not only the new buyers or first home buyers, also investors and more sophisticated people who would like to invest their money somewhere on the second or third time. So let's see what exactly bothers us as a professionals that are dealing with public. Number one, we both think it's just too much media pressing out there. We just listen too much TV and too much radio. Sometimes it's so negative and delusional and generalized that people get really confused what exactly the point of action is. Where's that button that we are all waiting for? Is it going to be the second dip? We don't know. And guess what? It's actually very easy to understand if you do your homework. Make sure that you ask your agent to make you a statistics for the specific area. For example, South Bay, we know for a fact how much percentage you can negotiate for particular areas in South Bay between the asking and the selling price. This is the magic number where all the investors are looking at. So make sure that you make your own judgment, make your own research. Please get yourself educated. And media is not going to sound as scary as it is right now. Mike, what do you think?
I agree. I mean, there's a lot of issues there, and one of the issues I keep running into is different things like lack of communication. I mean, when you go through your pre-approval process, a lot of people they lose contact with the loan officer, and then they're out. But the longer you have from your pre-approval to when you actually buy a property, sometimes it may be somebody looking to buy that same month. They may buy a year, 2 years later. And right now, with everything changing, with guidelines and everything changing, you may not be approved or qualified maybe a year from now, or 6 or 3 months. Everything keeps changing. Some of the issues that we keep running into is first-time homebuyers may have down payment assistance. That down payment assistance money may disappear. We may have people that were FHA approved last year. Since last year, the monthly mortgage insurance has doubled. Now, because of that double in monthly payment, that may decrease what we call our debt to income ratios, which is a ratio between your income and your monthly payments. And now that may put you in a higher bracket and may not qualify you based on that type of application. You may also have to, there's talk about FHA maybe having to require more down payment, maybe as much as 5%. That may be an issue coming down the line. Another issue we've talked about before, last couple of weeks, is the conforming in FHA high balance limits, dropping in high balance areas like Los Angeles here from 729, 750 down to 625, 500. So if you're a person who was maybe pre-approved at $800,000 on a conforming high balance with 10% down payment, you're expecting that 729, 750 limit. And yeah.
And it is very frustrating because once the buyers, after so much work, after so much analyzing and getting ready, find their own home, they fall in love with the property, find themselves being completely unqualified to buy it. So that's the most frustrating part in my job, because I always try to just please make sure that you focus and stay on top of things. It's just way too liquid to sit back and relax. Now, another thing that I find quite frustrating is physical inspections. You got the property, you went to escrow, everybody's happy until this inspector with the letter comes alive. And you see this huge long list of red flags that are saying money, money, money. And of course people get scared. Please don't panic. Please talk to us. We are not contractors. We are not something that understands something in this regard, but we can guide you to the right people to get the estimates, to get something that you understand more, not along with the physical inspection, but also with the professionals that might give you a better guideline. Now, there are different things: foundation, roof, geological problem. Those are things that are hard controlled, they're costly. Something like a broken pipe, even with the water damage, it's not as scary as it sounds on the paper. You have to really do a little bit more in-depth analysis and estimate. Sometimes it might be not as expensive either. So please don't panic. Talk to us. We can explain things better, and we can, again, refer you to people who understand it better as well.
Yeah, our similar problem is not only does the borrower have to be qualified, but the property itself has to be qualified. And with a little homework up front, learning to find out, okay, is this property a house maybe you're looking at, does it have the permits it needs? For example, legal description says 2 bedrooms, but you walk in there's 3 bedrooms. You have to wonder, is this the 3rd bedroom permitted? So you really need to ask questions before you enter into these, and then maybe have a plan to work with your real estate agent to make sure whatever happens. Like, for example, maybe you can work something out with the listing agent or the sellers to maybe have those rectified in order for you to be able to move forward with an offer.
So you say not only banks are qualifying people, borrowers, they also really qualifying the property overall.
Right.
Well, this is something, again, for you to be aware of, all these little underwater stones that you don't see but we know of. Please call us with any questions at 310-387-1414.
And I'm at 310-694-3544.
For part 2 of horror stories of common buyer's mistakes, please join us for our next session. Thanks again.
Thank you. You guys have a great day.
Bye.